Good day, everyone. Today, we're going to discuss something that directly affects us as a student, especially for teachers that may see this discussion. So, instructional leadership and motivational strategies of school heads in teachers' perspective. As for me, instructional leadership and motivational strategies, these two concepts might sound like something only teachers and principals need to worry about, but they actually play a huge role in shaping how we learn and succeed in school. Instructional leadership is all about how our teachers and school leaders guide us in the classroom. It's not just about giving lessons, it's about how teachers set goals for us, choose the best ways to teach, and support our learning every day. It is because one thing I've noticed when our teachers get feedback and support from the school principal or leadership team, they seem more confident and prepared. That makes a difference for us because when teachers feel supported, they can focus on teaching in the best way possible. The same as in Tanzania's Arusha region, there has 34.8% of students have low academic performance on national exams and secondary education, while there has 6.9% on national exams can be attributed to poor teacher performance. So, while in Kenya, principals' motivational efforts fail due to a lack of rewards. In Kenya, principals' motivation strategies may not effectively boost teachers' morale and performance, as they may neglect to provide verbal or physical alongside materials rewards. In Russia, stated that when the pandemic worsened educational challenges with limited technology access hindering learning, and there has 74.7% of teachers reacting negatively to the difficulties, while there are 7.1% teachers convinced for their own convenience. It is educational problems to get out of the control of the teachers and find themselves in an educational environment that is convenient for themselves and have the support of school heads for their field of teaching. Now, in the Philippines, there are 65% of teachers rely on traditional methods due to insufficient training and resources, while over 70% face barriers like heavy workloads and low salaries, highlighting the need for systematic reforms to improve teacher engagement and student outcomes. And local, specifically in Panabo City Division, stated that poor organizational learning is caused by unsupportive leadership and insufficient investment in training, development, and resources, leaving teachers without the skills and materials needed for growth. For example, in teachers teachers investment in training, developing programs and resources for learning. This might be hindered teachers' ability to acquire new skills and knowledge needed. Lack of funding for training or access to relevant learning materials was a disappointing learning for teachers. Now, in my research objectives to determine the level of instructional leadership in terms of frame the school goals, communicate the school goals, supervise and evaluate instruction, and coordinate the curriculum, monitor student progress, protect instructional time, maintain high visibility, provides incentives for teachers, promote professionals' development, and, of course, provide incentives for learning. And for my dependent variable, and to determine the level of motivational strategies of school heads in terms of number one is motivating through positive leadership characteristic and behaviors. The second one is motivating by seeing empathetic, supportive, caring, and just in academic disciplinary matters. The next one is motivating teachers through the leadership style of the principal. Importance of teachers' motivation in relation to teaching to learning effectiveness. And then factors that influence staff motivation, and of course, to determine the significant relationship between instructional leadership and motivational strategies of school heads among teachers' perspective in Sagay National High School. And for my hypothesis result, so this will be tested at 0.05 level of significant. Number one is there is no significant relationship between instructional leadership and motivational strategies in teacher's perspective. And then there is no domain of instructional leadership significantly affect motivational strategies. So my theoretical framework is supported by DC and Ryan 1985, titled Self-Determination Theory, or STD. So this highlights that meeting the needs of autonomy, competence, and relatedness fosters intrinsic motivation and well-being. In education, autonomy means choice. Competence involves task effectiveness, and relatedness refers to connections with others. Study also explores how motivation develops. And the second one, which is instructional leadership, is supported by Hallinger and Morpheus in 1985, that highlights the role of school leaders in boosting student achievement through three key areas: defining the school's mission, managing the instructional program, and promoting a positive school climate. Their work has shaped how educational leaders are trained and assessed. So this is my conceptual paradigm. My independent variable was instructional leadership, and my dependent variable was motivational strategies. And my independent variable is to have 10 indicators, which is frame the school goals, communicate the school goals, supervise and evaluate instruction, coordinate the curriculum, monitor student progress, protect instructional time, maintain high visibility, and provide instructional time, promote professional development, and of course, provide incentives for learning. The same as you can see the dependent variable, that motivating through positive leadership characteristic and behaviors. And last one is the factor that influence staff motivation. So this research design is, this study was utilized a quantitative, non-experimental, descriptive correlational design to examine the relationship between instructional leadership and motivational strategies among teachers and students. So the research was conducted in Region 11, specifically in the district of Asuncion, Davao del Norte, which has a population of 59,322 and covers as an area of 259.39 according to the 2015 census. My population sample is, the study involved 73 teachers from Sagayan National High School, including 10 from grade 7, 10 respondents from grade 8, and 11 respondents from grade 9, 8 respondents from grade 10, 13 respondents from grade 11, and 15 respondents teachers from grade 12, with 6 non-teaching personnel. The statistical tool stated that responses from the questionnaire is tallied and recorded. The analysis was utilized the following statistical treatments. Number one, mean. This was used to measure the levels of instructional leadership and motivational strategies. The second one is person R. This was used to determine the significant relationship between instructional leadership and motivational strategies. And the third one, regression analysis. This was used to identify which aspect of instructional leadership influenced motivational strategies. So my table 2 is that motivate specifically and my dependent variable, which is motivational strategies. The first indicator was mean of 4.22, which description of high, motivating by being empathetic, supportive, caring, and just in academic and disciplinary matters have 4.8. Motivation teacher through the leadership style of the principal have 4.12. Importance of teacher motivation in relation to teaching to learning effectiveness have 4.51. And of course, the last one is factors that influence staff motivation have 4.20 and have high description. The table 3 is that the R value have 0.18. The correlation is that moderately strong, and then the R squared is that 0.03, and my P value is at 0.12. Decision is accepted and conclusion relationship is not significant. So the table 4 indicators P value and the decision instructional leadership have 0.0 accepted. Academic English speaking 0.0 accepted. Summary of findings. The level of instructional leadership among the teachers in Sagay National High School have an overall mean of 4.44 with a descriptive equivalent of very high. Number 2, the level of motivational strategies among the teachers in Sagay National High School have an overall mean of 4.23 with a descriptive equivalent of high. Number 3 is there is statistically no significant relationship between instructional leadership and motivational strategies of teachers, as indicated by a probability value of 0.12 in leading to the acceptance of the null hypothesis. Number 4, in statistical terms, there is significant evidence to accept the idea that instructional leadership of teachers is not impacted by motivational strategies, as the calculated probability value of 0.12 is higher than the level of significance of 0.05. My conclusion is that, based on the findings of my study, the following conclusions are made of the level of instructional leadership is very much evident. The level of motivational strategies is evident, and then there is no significant relationship between instructional leadership and motivational strategies based on the result. Instructional leadership is no significant in predicting the motivational strategies of teachers. My recommendation is that number 1, the study recommends balancing high progress monitoring with support and flexibility. Teachers should offer constructive feedback, focus on strengths and growth areas, and encourage a growth mindset. Involving students in goal setting and tracking progress can boost motivation and self regulation. The second one is that the study suggests enhancing teachers' empathy and support by promoting collaboration, peer mentoring, and professional development in emotional intelligence and conflict resolution, fostering a positive, inclusive academic environment. Number 3, the study suggests aligning instructional leadership with motivational strategies by having leaders model enthusiasm, recognize efforts, and offer targeted professional development. Open communication can help tailor support, creating a culture that enhances teacher satisfaction and student success. The goal alignment and engagement program aligns school objectives with actionable strategies through goal setting, regular progress reviews, and celebrations, fostering a united and motivated school culture. Number 5 is the goal setting and action planning workshops. This may be help teachers and staff align their personal goals with school objectives, enhancing motivation and performance by fostering personal connection to the school goals. Number six, the recommendation is to offer a professional development program with workshops, mentoring, leadership opportunities, and career advancement, while promoting a growth mindset to balance intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. And once again, I am Erlin Gian Gibo from Sagayan National High School. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching my discussion. Have a good day.